Show us what you found.
I found skunk rock. See? Look at, you can tell this is a rock. But look. See? It's colored. And you can light it up.
That is awesome. I love it. My nephew is a skunk whisperer. He caught a baby skunk and, at least until his parents found out, was keeping it as a pet. When my kids went over there, my youngest came back and he was crying because his brother was telling him he smelled like a skunk. He did a little bit, not too bad. Anyways, I had to go see for myself. If you notice the camera retracting back in fear as the skunk's tail flies up, that was because I was afraid. Fun fact though, did you know that skunks can only spray one time and then it takes a while for them to get replenished? So I braved it. I went and saw the skunk. It's a cute little thing.
Today we wanted to just show you a little bit of what we do to weed the garden and try to be as proactive and stay on top of the weeds as much as possible. One of the things is spending time on a regular basis, obviously. Once we get into the dead of summer, I actually like to just come out and walk around the garden and enjoy time in the garden. And while I'm walking through, I'll just pick a few weeds here and there, because we get to a point where we're just on top of it and it doesn't take a whole lot of maintenance. And let me tell you, that is so much easier than waiting until they get huge and then you're like, oh no, we have to try to catch up on this. They're so much harder to get back on top of things. So I'll kind of show you, this is one of our favorite tools for weeding in the garden. It just has that open space. It's kind of a little different than a traditional hoe, but the reason I like this one is you can, as you just scrape it back and forth, you go under the weeds and cut the roots. So some of these, like these ones, are pretty tiny, and even over here there's even tinier, just barely sprouted weeds. If we get those right now, that's all it takes, and those ones are done. Sometimes, they're excited over there. Sometimes I'll even go through on a patch of dirt where I don't even see weeds, and I'll just kind of rough it up like that. Because if there are any weed seeds that are trying to germinate, we've just disrupted the germination process, and it'll kill that seed before it even sprouts and before you even see it. So that's a great way to try to stay on top of the weeds as well. Kids, anything you want to say about what you're doing? What's important about the rows of the plants that we're trying to grow?
We don't pull them.
That's a good one. So when we start getting close, do we use this big hoe when we're getting close to the corn seeds?
No.
No, we kind of try to be really careful.
We want to use the small ones and get between.
We either use a smaller one to go between, like Lincoln is,
Or your hands.
or your hands are a really good option. Sometimes I'll try to get a little bit close with this, and I'll just go slowly and carefully, rather than like in here in the middle. I'll just go nice and fast and just go after them like that. But when we're close, you just need to be really careful. Okay, Harrison, you had something you wanted to do today, right? What do you want to do?
I'm gonna go plant my food. I planted out at school.
What food is it?
Lettuce.
All right, let's go.
here.
Okay. Why did you decide that spot?
Because they won't step on it because it's in the row.
Yeah, it's in the row of corn, so that'll help so people won't step on it.
Mhm.
What else? What does a plant need to grow?
Water and sun.
Yeah, so do you think it'll get good water and good sun right there?
Mhm.
All right, let's try it out. Here, I'll hold it for you while you dig.
There's something in the way.
There's a rock under there. Maybe just keep digging. How deep are you going to dig that hole?
As big as the cup.
Yeah, as high as the dirt is in the cup, huh? So you want the dirt to be the same level as what it is right now in the cup. Okay, so we're going to carefully pull it out. That was a nice job getting it loose. Okay. And usually what you want to do is dig the hole bigger around than this is and deeper so that you have some nice loose soil for the roots to go into. This one doesn't really have a whole lot of root structure yet, so we didn't really dig this very deep. We don't need that quite yet. Now what do you think we ought to do, Harrison?
Put dirt around it.
Yeah, why do you want to do that?
Because they can grow.
To help it grow? Yeah, we want to make it nice and sturdy and kind of pat it down, and then we'll water it in. Do you have any water, Harrison? No? Should we go get some? And that'll be the last step, huh? Then we'll just keep it watered, and then in a month or so we'll have some really yummy lettuce to eat.
So I feel like Dawn and I need to end our videos with some bloopers or something, but this week I nailed everything. There are no bloopers, but I did come up with a joke for Dawn. He hasn't been around, but I've been thinking about this week's video, and I have a joke I made up. So.
Oh boy. I feel like I have to clarify. I've been out of town for a few days, so I don't really know what the video is about. And I definitely don't know what Kelsey's about to do. So I feel like I'm being set up a little bit here, but we'll see. Okay, I'm ready.
Okay. Why is living in the country better than living in the city?
Am I supposed to answer?
Yes.
Like this is a joke?
Yeah, that I personally made up.
Okay, it's gonna be amazing, I'm sure. Kelsey has a good beat joke that she claims that she made up too.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, I don't know why.
Because in the country, we have skunks and weeds, and in the city, they only have skunk weed.
Oh boy, you made that up, huh? It's high quality for sure.
I'm gonna have to write my own joke book.
I feel like, I don't know, there might be some people who don't know what skunk weed is. But if you know, you know, and it's super stinky. But if they've been to Los Angeles, they would know.
A lot of skunk weed in Los Angeles.
For sure. All right, good one, dear.
Nailed it.
Yeah, for sure.